Welcome everyone to episode 2 of Over the Line podcast on Degenerate Sports Network. This weekend we have more March Madness. We have MLB opening day. Happy opening day eve to anyone who does celebrate. We have the Cookout 400. What's PGA this week? What do they got?
The Texas Open.
Yep, the Texas Open. The Houston Open. So we have plenty to bet on this weekend. It should be fun. I know today and, basically Monday through Wednesday, unless you bet on, like, women's basketball or NBA, it's been kind of bleak. So it's going to be fun to get some college games to bet on. Finally get some MLB to bet on. That's always fun to bet on every day. So, but before we get started, how are you feeling about your bets for March Madness?
My future's horrible. I've already lost 4 futures. But everything else has been going really well. Like, I've been straight betting 3 games, where I put like my standard like $5 on each game, and then I also parlay them with a $3 bet.
Nice.
And I've gotten real close to hitting the parlays, but even without that, I've been up. I was up last weekend strictly on those.
Yeah.
Which was nice. That seems to be the one thing that's working for me. This week, spoiler, I picked all 4 games for Thursday.
Ooh. Yeah, I did too. So I'm glad you did that. I'm glad I wasn't the only one. I don't feel as bad for doing that now. They were speaking to me. So I feel bad for how confident I am in these picks right now.
Yeah, there's 4, like, I don't know. The board feels very readable.
Yes.
And that scares me.
It does. And it's because there's no, like, chaos right now, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm curious to see if we both have the same thing.
Yeah. We'll see. Well, that's the best part about the show. We don't know. We don't know what we have until we get on here, because we don't want to, like, sway anyone away from what they're really originally feeling.
We sometimes talk about stuff.
Yeah.
But usually we're going in pretty much blind to each other's picks, which is fun.
Yeah. And, before we get into the picks, I know we had our bracket, our tournament challenge on ESPN for the podcast.
Bracket was brutal.
Yeah. Our group bracket is, it's something else, I guess. I'm going to share it here. Here are our results. We're picking at a 37.5% rate. Not great. Somehow we're in 6th place along with other people, but it's still not great. Like, I just.
But
who's Embiid and Flag 2026? Is that you?
That's me.
Okay. I was like, this is either Dalton or one of his friends or something.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, while I don't think ours is going super great, I feel like that's pretty much most people's brackets right now. Simply because of how much chalk there's been. Like, there really hasn't been a ton of upsets. I really feel like most bracket pools really aren't going to get decided until the Final Four.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's where everyone's going to make moves. Because, I mean, at this point, if Duke, Florida, and Michigan are all making Elite 8, Final Four,
Yeah. All right, let's get into our bracket then, because, I mean, let's just break down what we have here. The South region. I want to talk about this Louisville-Creighton game real quick. We won't go over all these games in detail, but we were so confident in Louisville. We were all feeling great about this pick, and it was just Creighton just took it to them. It was never close. I mean, it ended up being like a 14-point game, so it was just like what happened. Louisville just fell apart at the worst part. So I feel bad for them.
We got bad on one.
Yeah, UC San Diego. I think everyone in America was hoping that was going to happen.
Oh, no, not that one.
Oh, I know that it's not that one, but that one we were all hoping on.
Oh, I hit Michigan -5.5 that day.
So keep going. We did pretty good the lower half of the South region. I will say our West region was not bad. Florida, obviously, we got them going. We did have UConn play. Colorado State, we had them going.
Oh my
unfortunately.
God. You had Colorado State in the Sweet. Did you bet Sweet 16 on Colorado State?
I did not. I had them in my Sweet 16. I did not bet it though.
Gotcha. I forget if I think I bet that one.
I don't think the juice was not worth betting them to go to the Sweet 16 because they had so much. I mean, they were favorites in their first game, and they were technically the underdog.
Yeah, I bet them to beat Maryland. I know that, and oh my gosh, I don't know how they didn't win that game. I mean,
yeah,
Shane and I were talking about this the other day. Like, this is the issue with not watching a ton of college basketball. Is that you don't realize who like those dudes are.
Yeah.
Like that kid from Maryland. Like you don't realize that like who are the guys that are gonna come up when the game's close.
Yeah. I know, and I think that's what like you said, a lot of America finds that out during this tournament. I mean, you obviously have your degenerates that are watching college basketball 24/7 that know every coach, every player, every kid that is going somewhere next year. But yeah, you definitely start to find out like, oh, these people are the real deal.
Yeah.
St. John's, RIP to St. John's. We had I loved St. John's. Unfortunately, they just I don't know. Joining the podcast is Casey Perry 2.0.
Hey, listen, I didn't have the opportunity to change my name before you threw me on here, Casey. What are we doing?
Sorry. Both got the red and white hats.
I know.
Here.
Except I have a respectable thing on mine. Well, I don't know about Adidas at this point. I don't know what their deal is. But
let's chill out. We don't know what.
Yeah, I guess I can't.
Doing in Germany in the 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, folks. My head's cut off. God damn it.
All right, hold on. I'll take that off. Hold on.
I can do it myself. I know what's going on here.
There we go. All right.
Anyway.
Sorry, we're almost through our West.
Oh, this shit?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Guys, listen. My personal bracket, cooked as cooked gets. Roasted, toasted, flambéed, sous vide, whatever other words you could think of for anything. It's over. It's over. So.
Yeah, we were just looking at the group a little bit. Our group picks are bad. The East region wasn't. It was pretty good. Duke's looking like a wagon right now.
I mean, who could have predicted that?
Yeah, Shane. Also, I wanted to point out that you said like all these SEC teams were going to lose in the first round, and a majority of them won. And I think there's 7 of them remaining out of the 16 teams.
I mean, when you have half the field, you're going to keep a good amount.
But the whole time I was watching, I was like, "There's no way they can keep winning." And I just kept like playing that scene in my head of you saying, "Oh, watch, there's only going to be like 7 of them left after round 1." That was not the case.
No.
I was 7 after the first weekend.
That's amazing. Mississippi State, one of those teams that did lose over Baylor, didn't have a chance against Duke. Dalton, stop me when we get to the game where you said we just got destroyed on.
I thought it was the Colorado State Maryland.
Yeah,
that was a brutal one.
Yeah, that was brutal. That one hurt because that game, the kid from Colorado State hit the 3 with like 4 seconds left, and it was oh my gosh, yeah,
they had it, and then
they kept showing the one kid's parents, and I was like, this is going to end terribly. There's too much time left.
Yeah, as soon as they scored, that was my worry. I was like, man, there's a lot of time left.
Yeah, Yeah, I felt terrible for them. You used to feel terrible for schools like that because it's like, I mean, I know Colorado State's a bigger school, but they're not like a Duke and
they're not like
blood. Yeah, they're not like a Baylor and all them. So it's like, I don't know. But Wisconsin, sorry, Shane.
I don't care, man. Like, you know what? I was so cooked by the end of the first day of games. Honestly, not even the weekend, just the first day of games. I was like, you know what? Whatever happens, man.
Yeah.
You know.
I get it. All right, let's get down to our Midwest bracket. Midwest wasn't bad either. We only missed one out of the first round in the Midwest. Clemson, you suck. McNeese.
Listen, Clemson. I had them in the freaking Elite Eight, I think.
Yeah, we had them in our Sweet 16 as a group.
Yeah,
I hate about that. McNeese.
Dude, but their freaking coach was leaving to South or North Carolina State or whatever.
Yeah, but he was still coaching in the tournament.
Yeah, but that's so weird. That was like when freaking what's the dude from LSU right now? The football coach.
Oh, Brian Kelly?
Yeah, when he was at UC and then they made it to the Cotton Bowl or whatever with like Tony Pike and all them to play Florida, and he was like, "Oh, I'm going to go play, or I'm going to go coach at Notre Dame because that's my dream." Literally right before the bowl game, and then they got demolished.
Yeah, bowl games aren't real though, guys. Let's be honest.
Would they have got demolished anyways? Probably, but like, I just kept playing that scenario in my head, and I was like, Clemson's just going to steamroll them. That was not the case. I forgot McNeese had that like swaggy kid that comes out with them.
Oh my god.
That had the Aura jumpsuit from Under Armour.
The worst image of my weekend.
Yeah.
Of just that kid. I'm like, you know what? I should have seen this ahead of time and I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
I should have known the Aura was too strong.
Yeah, it was just too much. I know. I felt bad. But, I mean, the Aura wasn't strong enough because Purdue took care of business the next round.
This is true.
This was going the whole way, going to the Sweet 16.
Yeah. I was surprised. I want to give Purdue their flowers. Because I mean, I thought like after Edie left, like the lore of Purdue was going to go away.
Yeah,
but I mean, they're just a solid basketball team now. So, shout out to them. We correctly picked the Kentucky-Tennessee matchup. So I'm excited for this one, Chris. If you're watching, there he is. I freaking knew it. How about them Kentucky Wildcats, Chris? If you're watching, we got Tennessee, Chris. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. We have Tennessee.
We do have Tennessee. Yeah.
Chris is on me because Tennessee's never made it to the Final Four, and I have them winning everything in one of my brackets, but
only one of them. You know,
I mean, hey, there's a first for everything. You got to get there to finally win one. So, I mean, they could get there this year. You never know.
I can't believe how many 4 seeds and like 3 seeds we
didn't get many. Yeah, like we didn't get many of those.
Yeah, I mean,
then you got freaking St. John's losing to Arkansas.
Yeah, we have the Cinderella of Arkansas.
Yes, Cinderella, my ass.
But that was like. Man, did you guys see that Rick Pitino interview after the game where they're asking about like why he benched that one kid? He's like, "Come on, I'm not gonna." He was going 3 for 17 and played for 30 minutes.
Yeah, you know why?
You know why?
Yeah. What was the point of asking that?
Yeah.
Why are you gonna make me shit on one of my guys right now?
Yeah. Kind of embarrassing. SEC only got 7 out of their 14 NCAA tournament bids. Yeah, that is pretty embarrassing. That is so embarrassing. Yeah, it just means more of the SEC.
If I hear it just means more one more time over the next 2 weeks, I can't do it, man.
Makes sense. I mean, the SEC, I guess, is going to have to be a basketball conference now.
I guess.
They're just a basketball conference.
Just a basketball.
Yeah. I mean, our only team left really is the Cinderella in Arkansas.
Yeah, Cinderella, sure.
I mean that's really it. I mean, I know everyone was hoping that we had like some what was that, University of Maryland, whatever, that UMCB or whatever they were.
University of Maryland, Baltimore.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, yeah. Was that the Virginia team that beat Virginia?
Yeah,
the Retrievers, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Retrievers. You're right.
Yeah.
You're not going to get any more St. Peter's or Oakland.
Is Arkansas the highest seeded team left?
I think so.
Yeah,
that's wild. That's wild.
Yeah. Well, anyways, that was our bracket. Don't have to look at that. If you did join that, thank you.
Yeah, you're probably winning.
Yeah, you are probably winning. We do have some betting for tomorrow. I guess I'll kick us off here. Dalton, Shane, I don't know if you have any bets for tomorrow's slate of games, but me and Dalton have a 4 parlay. We basically picked every game and parlayed it.
Oh, I got a parlay for all 8 of them suckers next 2 days.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead.
Because you know how it works for me. You know how I am.
Yeah. If you're not having to pay taxes, you're not doing it.
Yeah, if I'm not paying several $1,000s in taxes on my bet, I don't care about it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's my motto there. You guys should probably do yours first because mine is going to take a minute. So let you guys get yours out here first.
Okay, yeah. So first with BYU, Alabama, I have BYU plus 5.5. Maryland and Florida, I know this is like a crappy pick to do. I did not like the spread on this game. I love the Crab 5, but Florida is still a wagon. I just took Florida money line at minus 265. I think it's going to be a closer game, but I could also see Florida blowing them out. I have Duke minus 9.5 against Arizona. That's another one. Duke's really good right now. And I took Arkansas plus 5.5 against Texas Tech. Do I think Arkansas will win? I don't know, but I think the game could be close enough where that 5.5 point spread gets covered. If you take all that plus 859, so that is my parlay for tomorrow's slate.
Mine is very similar, slightly healthier, but I'm kind of with you. I'm with you on Arkansas plus 5.5. I think the way they've looked so far, I see it being a tight game with Texas Tech. I think that's the most. Honestly, I think they have one of the better upset chances out of these 4 games tomorrow. I think Texas Tech is one of the more upset prone teams left. I think out of this group, I think they are susceptible to it at this point in the tournament. And then I'm also with you on BYU plus 5.5. Alabama just doesn't play defense. They just don't. They let teams get a lot of shots off. St. Mary's just couldn't hit shots.
Yeah, that was what if St. Mary's could hit shots,
that's a very different game.
Yeah.
And then I'm with you on BYU, and then I ended up going Maryland Maryland plus 6.5 against Florida. I think they keep it close. I think the Crab 5 kind of swayed me this past weekend. And Florida didn't look great against UConn. And that kind of we don't know if that was just UConn. But
that could have been Dan Hurley's last breath on this season.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think Maryland can keep it close enough. I think they can keep it within 5. I can see that. I think they can hang around there. And then Duke, I don't know if I trust Duke to beat. I mean, Duke's looks great. I just don't know if I trust them winning by 10 or more in the Sweet 16. That feels kind of crazy against a good Arizona team. But I did take the over in that one, over 153.5.
Yeah.
So over 153.5 in Duke, Arizona, BYU plus 5.5, Maryland plus 6.5, and Arkansas plus 5.5. Those are all in the minus 115 range. But parlayed together, they come in at plus 1173.
Nice.
It's pretty healthy. Pretty healthy. Well, Sorry, Dalton. I'm about to break that record pretty heavily here in a second here. We got Alabama -5.5. I do think they can kind of run through BYU and just put up too many points for them to keep it close. I agree BYU is going to score their own pretty solid amount of points, but I think Alabama can coast to a victory there. Maryland +6.5. I agree with you, Dalton. I think that this Florida team, as good as it is, if you almost get upset by fake UConn, which is what I consider that UConn is like not real UConn, but fake UConn, I'm a little hesitant to pick you to win by almost 7 points over a quality Big Ten team. Duke -9.5. I just think Duke's just they're the best team in the tournament, man. They just are. Like I just again Arizona's not bad, but like I know Baylor's not as good as Arizona, but like what they did to Baylor was just diabolical. Like it's not even close to the same level of basketball. Arkansas +5.5. I agree with you guys on that one. I think they're going to beat Texas Tech, but I wasn't. I already this is going to be healthy enough because I did all 8 games. I don't need to also pick them to upset. I can just take the +5.5 here. For Friday's games, Michigan State -3.5. I think that they can beat Ole Miss. I don't think Ole Miss is one of the better teams in the country, so I just think they can take care of business there. Make it at least to the Elite 8 here. Tennessee -4.5. I do not have Kentucky beating them. I do think that they are going to win like we have in our bracket. Again, I just think Kentucky's a good team. Tennessee's better. This is ultimately what it comes down to. Just a better SEC team. I got Michigan +9.5 at Auburn. I think Michigan is not going to win this game, but I think this is a little too much for Michigan. Honestly, I think they can at least keep it closer than that. And then finally, Houston -7.5. I just don't. I think Purdue did a good job in the first 2 rounds here, but I just don't see them really competing with Houston. So I have them taking care of business there. That altogether, +16,557, guys. Healthy. Healthy.
Nice.
Now, there's a reason why. It's twice as many games as you guys have.
Yes.
But I had to do it.
Yeah. I mean, when you're seeing the board, you just got to do it. So.
Oh, I'm definitely seeing the board. It's not like I'm cooked on my bracket picks at all. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not owned. I'm okay. I'm good.
I like that Michigan pick.
I like it too. I like it a lot.
I want to pick them. I think I have them winning, like in my bracket, but with how much chalk, or no, I did take Auburn, but because I have Michigan going down to Yale, but I think the way Michigan's looked so far, I think they can hang with Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the big thing.
It's just too much for me. There's just too many points to take from me.
Yeah. I did want to give an update. So I told everyone last episode that I was going to put a half unit on every under of the first 32 games of the tournament. I'd like to report back. I went 18-14 in that venture. So overall, I think I came out on top like 2.6 something units.
Hey.
So I mean, it wasn't. I mean, I made money on it, but it wasn't. If I did it last year, it would have been a lot better. I think
you're late to the party.
I was just late to it. But
that's the tricky thing with those because it's all -110. So even if you're like just over 500, you're like right around breaking even.
Yeah, and what was funny is like I was like feeling good on Thursday because like the first 4 hit, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, boy, we're
cooking."
I was like, I'm about to go 16-0 today on unders. This is going to be great. And then like proceeded to lose the next 7. I think
you're about ready to buy the 80-inch TV and everything. You were good.
Yeah, so I was just like, the next 7 just kept just like bang over after over after. I was like, dang, dude. So. But yeah, that's what happened with that. That I'm done doing that. But it was fun.
It was worth a try.
Yeah, it was worth a try. For the amount of having to like look at scores and the amount of like, all right, I can give up to like 18 more points in this game with 2 minutes. While
I would totally lose track.
Yeah, I was just
like,
done.
Sure. Yeah,
it wasn't worth 2.6 something units. So. Yeah. All right. So that was March Madness. That was college basketball. We're almost at the end of that. Let's get into. I know we have the Cookout 400. So yeah. I just have one bet for this one. I have an outright winner. I went, and I hope I'm saying this guy's last name right. I went Chris Busher. I hope it's not Boucher.
As in Bobby?
Yeah. But he won 2 years ago. And he's had a series win this year at this season. So, or a race win this season. So I'm going to go with this guy to win again, plus 4,000. So,
Not a bad pick. Good
yeah.
value.
Dalton, what do you got for this race?
So I got 3 straight bets and a parlay. I got my winner this week is William Byron plus 700. He's got 2 wins at this track at Martinsville already. And also he drives a Hendrick Chevrolet. And this is a track, especially, and I say this for a lot of tracks, short tracks, especially Martinsville specifically. Hendrick cars have dominated Martinsville. 2 Hendrick legends, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, I think have a combined 20 wins at Martinsville. Hendrick Motorsports dominates this track. I believe Kyle Larson had a win for them last year at this track. But I'm going with I'm betting some other Hendrick drivers this week. I got William Byron to win at plus 700. I got Chase Elliott to finish top 3 at plus 200. And I've got Alex Bowman to finish top 5 at plus 350. So all Hendrick drivers.
Nice.
So at least my thinking is at least one of those is going to hit, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then I did also take a top 10 parlay. These are 3 guys that drive Martinsville well and drive short tracks well in general. Ty Gibbs, short track king, or becoming a short track king. No, he's very young still, but I got him to finish top 10 at plus 160. Austin Cindric at plus 100, and Kyle Busch at minus 115, all to finish top 10. Those 3 guys parlay together at plus 872 if they all finish top 10.
Nice.
Pretty nice.
Shane, you got any vroom picks?
No.
All right. We'll get into PGA then.
I'm embarrassing myself enough with golf usually. I did pick Rory the last tournament, but outside of that, I don't need to dive into any more sports.
That was a great pick. You hit that Rory bet, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, you did. So you don't have any picks for the Houston Open this weekend?
Oh, I got picked. I'm embarrassing myself at least on one sport, but not 2. Let's be real about it. 2 is where you draw the line, personally. But no, I do have some golf bets. But
let's hear what you got then.
All right. Well, I got Tony Finau's outright winner plus 3,500.
Oh, good luck.
Played very well at this tournament the last 2 times out that he's been there. So, very happy to take plus 3,500 value on a field that's pretty much, if you don't take the top 2 guys, you're getting plus I think 1,800 or better value. Like you're just kind of betting on one of these guys not to win at the top. And then I have a top 20 parlay. I threw Finau in with it just for the odds because, again, I think he's going to do really well even if he doesn't win at plus 150. Maverick McNeely plus 220. Sick name.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the end of my analysis there. He's also played pretty well at this tournament in the past, I think, as well. And Minwoo Lee, plus 170. So that parlays together at plus 2,060.
There you go. Dalton, what do you got?
So I unfortunately did not get a top 20 parlay this week. Shout out DraftKings for just not having it on a Wednesday afternoon.
That's weird.
They just didn't have top 20 odds. So I didn't do a top 20 parlay this week, but I haven't hit them lately. So
maybe it's for the best, you know?
Yeah. I got 3 picks. I got 1 really long odds or decently long odds, 1 favorite, and 1 kind of in the middle. So I got Wyndham Clark to win outright at plus 3,000.
I thought about it, but
the vibes feel really good. Playing pretty good golf, and this course is about hitting the ball long off the tee and putting well. He does both of those things.
That's why I had Minwoo Lee in my top 20. Same thing with him. One of the biggest hitters in the sport right now.
And then if that doesn't hit, I'm hedging on everything this week with Scotty Scheffler to finish top 5 at minus 125.
Of course.
Because unless he gets hurt, I don't see any way he's not finishing in the top 5 of this tournament. That's just kind of the way it is, especially like I think he's really going to try to use a tournament like this that he's played well at previously to really get in a groove for
jumpstart his season. Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is honestly like if the value were better on it, I'd probably have bet him to win outright. But I think top 5 feels really safe. And then finally, I'm taking the defending champ, Steven Yeager, at plus 360 to finish top 10.
Nice.
Yeah, playing good golf. Won this course before. Yeah, feels really good. Feels like really good value for top 10 for him.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are going in on this. I just have one pick for this, and it's just a top 5 finish, but I am going a couple units on it. I'm going Rory McIlroy to finish top 5 at plus 145.
I like it.
I'm just running the damn ball on this one.
Running the damn ball.
I'm not trying to get cute on it. I am terrible at my golf picks because I try to get cute. I need to just try to see one go in here.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm trying to hit all the puns. But yeah, so those are my PJ picks. Rory McIlroy, top 5 plus 145. Before we get into why we are all here. Well, I don't know if everyone's here for baseball. I know that's a dying sport in America, but does anyone else have anything betting wise?
I had some NBA bets I could throw out here. It's just a 3-legger parlay.
Let's hear it.
So I got for tomorrow night 3 games here. Jazz plus 12 at home against the Rockets. Jazz are terrible. All right, let's just be real about it. They're bad basketball team. But just anytime plus 12, like especially like a Rockets team that has started to pick it back up again. They're 9-1 in the last 10 games, but are just still a team that's still developing despite being the number 2 seed right now in the West. I'll just give them a chance there, especially late in the season. So weird stuff starts happening late in basketball seasons. Like you go turn on a Chicago game right now and like Kobe White's got 50 points. Whatever his name is, Giddey has like a triple double that almost quadruple. It's a weird part of the season. So, then I have the Thunder minus 10.5 at home against the Grizzlies, because it's the Grizzlies and that's what they deserve. So that's just all. If you can't tell, I'm a fan of that team. So I'm not a fan of them currently at this moment in time. And then the Cavs minus 14 at home against the Spurs. Spurs just. It's been a rough season for them, and the Cavs needs to kind of get things rolling again here. They're 6-4 in their last 10 after being on a really historic pace for a minute there. They need to get rolling going into the postseason, so I'll take them there, and that is plus 589 on a 3-legger.
I like that. Dalton, do you have any lacrosse picks, wrestling picks? There's wrestling season over.
Picks. Wrestling's done. I did hit. Last week I did actually hit plus odds on the team race. I took Nebraska to finish top 3 in the team race, and that actually hit at plus odds.
There you go.
Yeah, but done with wrestling. Yeah, college wrestling season is officially over after like one of the more talked about NCAA finals.
Yeah, I did see that. There was a lot. Wasn't there a big upset?
Yes, Gable Stevenson got beat.
Yeah,
which was crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out my dad for spoiling it.
Shout out Dalton's dad.
I was watching it recorded, and he texted me that it happened. And I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" I was like 3 matches away from it, and this is literally like one of the biggest upsets in the history of wrestling. Love you, Dad, but
what were you thinking?
Come on, Mr. Blackman.
Come on.
It was tough. It was tough.
Yeah,
but I forgive him. I get it. And
also,
it was my fault for watching it like 3 hours late.
That's fair.
That is true. I mean, that. And now it's hard.
Yeah, that's the risk you run.
You can't do that in today's age. You can't record
or
something and watch it later.
Put it this way, if I'm gonna do that, I should have not looked at my phone at all.
Yeah,
you got to just shut the phone off and hope.
Honestly, it's on you.
I was trying to avoid Twitter, but like I checked the text, and that's where I got. And
yeah, honestly, this is on you, Dalton. I blame you for
it really
is.
Now
it's we're actually fully on the. It's
now that we have all the information here, this is all
it is on me. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Mr. Blackman, you can come on the show if you want.
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah, so let's get into it. It is, of course, opening day eve. Good luck to everyone who has an MLB team playing tomorrow. Or if you are a fan of MLB, I mean, this is my favorite time of year. I mean, unfortunately, I hate the heat of summer, but just summertime just brings great vibes. Baseball, just I don't know, it just brings back great memories. So I'm excited. I guess let's just go ahead and get into it here. My first bet, and we'll just throw it around here. We'll all just throw out random bets here. But my first bet of the day, Ellie De La Cruz to hit a home run. I would boost on that at plus 750. So that is my first bet. Dalton, what do you got?
I had nothing for MLB till we.
Oh, that's right. Shane, what do you got for tomorrow?
Oh boy, Casey. Let me tell you what I got. Other than something we'll do a little bit later.
Yes, obviously we have our yes.
I have, and before I even say it, we all know that this is a joke bet. We know that this isn't going to happen, but I got all 15 of them. I got all 15 first games, buddy. I got every single one of them in a parlay.
Money lines or run lines?
Oh, money lines.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, we're doing the thing.
Okay.
Now I'm just gonna let everyone know, if you happen upon this, don't do this. Don't be the guy who does this.
Yes.
And if you do this like me, make sure you just drop a single unit on it. And actually, don't worry about it, because you can't drop any more than that. And I'll tell you why at the end. This is gonna be a healthy bet to end all healthy bets, folks. Let's jump into it. Why don't we? I got the Yankees money line at home against the Brewers, because despite the fact that the Yankees were dealt a hefty blow by losing Garrett Cole for the season, still really good baseball team. I think they'll be just fine. I unfortunately, despite being both a Pirates and an Orioles fan, but really just an Orioles fan because, Pirates are barely an MLB organization. I do have the Blue Jays winning. I just have a good feeling about the Blue Jays this year. I think they're going to try their best to actually give Vladdy a reason to want to come back here. And I kind of want to see that. I don't like really seeing stars at this point jump ship for other teams if we can avoid it. So hopefully they have a solid season. Rangers money line against Red Sox. I just think the Rangers are going to be back this year. I really think that was just a hangover season. Love Wyatt Lang for what he did down the stretch for them. I expect the guys like Simeon and those guys to play much better this year. So give me Rangers. Phillies over the Nationals here. The Nationals intrigue me, but I do think we're still a year away from them being a truly competitive baseball team, for being able to compete for anything more than maybe a backdoor wild card season. So we'll give the odds to the Phillies there. Royals, my World Series pick for the AL. Got to take them to win against the Guardians. I love Cole Reagans. Think he can shut that down for the first game of the season. Mets money line at the Astros. Astros just feel kind of hollow now. That team is just not the same team for, you could say as hollow as a trash can, perhaps you could say, an empty trash can. But it's not quite the same anymore with them. So I'm going to take the Mets here with their big offseason additions. I think we don't need to say exactly who. We all know who that is.
Yeah.
San Francisco Giants money line. Basically, if Logan Webb is starting, I'm probably going to pick the Giants to win. That's what he does. He wins games, throws innings. And no offense, Casey, yeah, I think the Reds will be better this year, mostly because I expect most of their players to play the games. Hopefully, is what I'm hoping for them.
I'm hoping that as well.
Yeah, but that's and granted, that's about all you have to do to be better than last year, because yikes, you can't have that many injuries again. But I think they go down on opening day. Padres beat the Braves in their first game. The Padres are a weird team, but I still think they're very good. I just don't know what that means in an NL West that houses the Dodgers. It's a tough, but they're not playing them in this game, so it's not too big of a deal. This one I took mostly out of spite. The White Sox to win actually their first game of the season against the Angels, because as much as the White Sox are terrible, the Angels are worse because they spend money and they're still terrible. Because every time they spend money on something, except for Mike Trout, well, honestly, even Mike Trout, screw it. He doesn't play games either. So everything they pay turns to just fool's gold immediately, and I feel terrible for it. But that's just what it is for the Angels. So not doing it. Now, believe it or not, I am taking the Pirates money line in opening day, mostly because Paul Skeens is throwing the baseball. They will lose the 4 games following that, most likely. They will probably start 1-4, but they will at least win with Paul Skeens on the mound. The Twins,
40 games this year.
And
they're going to win 20 Paul Skeens starts and then 20 other games.
I agree. I would not be surprised if they win like 60-something games realistically, and most of them are Paul Skeens starts. So no problems there. The Twins to beat the Cardinals. Sorry, Dalton.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, Twins, they are just one of those teams that feel like they're always like 85 and 77 or something within 5 games of that. And the Cardinals, I don't know what to do with. Dalton, maybe you can help me out with that one. I don't know what's going on.
The Cardinals are going to hover just below 500 till about June. Then they're going to rattle off like a big run of wins. And then by August, they're going to be a little above 500, right in the playoff mix. And then they're going to crumble.
Yeah. Okay. So that's basically what I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. See, I'll take the Twins there. Wish they were a little healthier, but it's the Twins, so they weren't going to be. We know that. Dude, somebody's got to figure out what's going on in Minnesota with baseball players. I don't.
Yeah.
Detroit Tigers. I'm actually taking them over the Dodgers. Now I know, but Tariq Skubal is real damn good. If anybody can keep that lineup down for a game, I'll take him at this point. I think that the Tigers are going to be a really good baseball team this year again, and I think that he's going to be a big part of that. So I'll take them. Mariners. They're playing the Athletics. Anyway, the Sacramento, I think it is Athletics. I'll take the baseball team that plays in the stadium they're supposed to play in. Diamondbacks over the Cubs. I think the Cubs are going to be disappointing this year. I think with what they did, they want to win clearly, and I think they're trying to get back into the playoff race. I just have this feeling that it's not going to work out the way they want to. I think Tucker will be really good. I don't know if that's enough to really turn this team into like a consistent one winner this year and then moving forward, even if they retain him. So I'm going to take the Diamondbacks there. And then I have, finally, to end this out, the Tampa Bay Rays, because honestly, the Rockies are one of the 3 teams in the league that I barely think are baseball teams. So they get to lose on opening day, basically, for me. Now, all that together, get ready for this one, folks. Plus 1,176,527. Pretty healthy, I would say.
Yeah, I don't even know how much you could.
Not much.
Not
much.
Yeah, I mean, more power to you, Shane. I hope this hits, man.
Yeah, if it does, awesome. You won't hear from me again.
Yeah.
What would be really funny is if you bet this and then a few other people watching the show also take this.
Yeah.
And it hits. And whatever sports book is just
it's FanDuel. They're gone. FanDuel won't exist anymore. It's over. They're toast. They're cooked.
Imagine what do you think after if a lot of people took that wild parlay and it got to 10 correct.
I was just about to say,
the cash out offer would be insane.
Oh, the cash out offer would be basically whatever they have left to actually give you and not fold as a company.
Yeah.
And then what you got to do though is you got to not take it. I'm sorry.
I know you got to take it.
You got to force them. You got to force them to become bankrupt.
To give you the company.
Yeah, you have to eliminate them off the face of the earth.
No, you basically you have to rug pull everyone and take it, and then you got to for all of you that kept going in and kept you had diamond hands. Good for you.
Listen, if you have the opportunity to bankrupt a corporation, you always have to do it. That's the requirement.
No. If you do get that far and DraftKings or whatever offers you $1,000. I really hope you take it, Shane.
Oh no, I will take it for sure. I'm not.
Please.
See, I've told this story before, but hey, we're on a new show. Basically, we can say stuff again. There was 2 or 3 years ago, I had an 11 pick NFL parlay, and I got 8 in a row to start.
Oh man!
And the all 3 games, the finished game, because it was like the 425, so I didn't bet the night game. All the games were going on at the same time, and I had a cash out opportunity at one point of $2,500.
Man.
And the first game that was going to be ending, the game was almost over, and it was going to hit. And I was like, I gotta see it through for this one at least.
No.
And you know what game it was? Do you guys remember the Jets game where they blitzed, and the Browns game where they blitzed and the Jets beat them on a last second touchdown? I think it was, or the Raiders. No, the Raiders did.
No,
the Raiders beat the
I was
Jets.
gonna say, I think when you said when
the Raiders
Jets
beat the Jets
on the
game,
Henry Ruggs
Yes.
touchdown pass to win the game, when the Jets for some reason blitzed everybody when all they had to do was run prevent on the last play of the game.
That was the game that sealed the deal, that ended the parlay. I know. So I will not be repeating my mistake. If I have the opportunity to cash out, I will be doing that. So
that was
if
the
anyone
football
does follow
gods
me,
telling you.
You should
That
have
was
done
the
it.
gambling gods telling you have to cash out there.
I was too greedy. That's what happens.
But
no, if I get to like 8 or 9 games and that parlay or that cash out starts to look real nice, I will be hitting it. And I recommend everyone who does do this, which will just be me. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I recommend you do the same. So that's my MLB pick.
Love it. All right. So yeah, I mean, if you're wanting to, I guess, take down a sportsbook with Shane, go ahead and follow him on that one.
Yes, we have to dismantle the corporations by ourselves via betting on sports.
But you know what? Hold on.
What we found out here, though, is Shane was the first person to get burned by Henry Ruggs.
This is true. The first person who he really almost killed me. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was really bad. I almost didn't make it through the day. So, but I'm all right. We're doing all right.
Yeah,
I'm good.
All right. Oh man. Anyways,
well, I know what I'm gonna be clipping later today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I contemplated it for a little bit.
I know.
Yeah.
You know what, we'll go with it.
Yeah.
It's in my head. It's gotta come out.
Yep. Can't leave it in there.
No.
Bad stuff starts happening. Oh man. Any other MLB picks you guys have besides what we're gonna be doing here in a second?
Yeah, I have some MLB picks.
Yeah, Casey, let's get some real ones. Some ones that people can actually follow.
All right, so I have two. I have 2 3-leggers for tomorrow that I'm going. I have the Texas Rangers plus 1.5 against Red Sox. Games at the Rangers. The Rangers made a few good moves in the offseason. I think that they can be better this year. I know they had a down year after the World Series, but hey.
I agree.
I have the Reds plus 1.5 against the Giants. I know you hate that. I just had to. But you'll love this one. I have Pirates money line against the Marlins. Obviously, I had to because of Paul Skeens.
Yeah, you got to go.
It's just hard to. Yeah, I mean, I know that that some pitchers struggle. Some of your power pitchers struggle at the beginning of the year to find their footing, but usually after 4 or 5 outings, they're good. But I think he's going to be going from day one. So
yeah.
That 3 legs. So Rangers plus 1.5, Reds plus 1.5, and Pirates outright money line is plus 326. And then my second 3-legger, I have Orioles money line. This is a toss-up game to me.
I agree. I would like the Orioles to win, but I just have a feeling about the Blue Jays. I think they're going to be pretty good.
I just took the Orioles in this one. I took the Mets plus 1.5 against the Astros. This is the year where we see if the Astros dynasty, I guess you could say, is still alive and has
throwing the quotes on. That's awesome.
Yeah, and has some legs to it, or if they're just going to fold under pressure.
Hey, Jose Altuve, left fielder.
Yeah,
love that.
So took the Mets plus 1.5 in that one. And then I took the Cubs money line against the Diamondbacks. I'm curious what this Diamondbacks team is going to be like. The Cubs already have 2 games under their belt, albeit it was in Japan against the Dodgers, who have half of Japan's all-stars on their team. So, like, it just felt unfair for the Cubs. And then they're going to have to go play in Arizona at 10-11 at night. So, like, what would it be, like 9 o'clock for their local for them? So it's just like they've just had crappy, like, luck when it comes to watching their team play. And I hate to say it, I feel bad for the fans, but also fuck them at the same time.
Yeah, I don't feel bad.
Yeah, so fuck them. But I like Justin Steele. I think he's a good pitcher.
Yeah.
We'll see what he can do. So, yeah. Cubs money line, take all 3 of those. So, Orioles, Cubs money line, Mets plus 1.5. That's at plus 475.
That's pretty good. I mean, maybe not as healthy as
no, it's not.
Is what I'm
not going to be able to get paid out of my bets because of Chain, and we're not going to have this
We're not going to have enough
money.
They're not going to have enough money to give anyone else. I'll be like, man, this 3-leg parlay is going to hit, and then it's just like, oh, actually, no, it's not. We don't have the money. You're going to have to go to arbitration to get your money, basically.
Yeah.
Like we're not going to be able to. We'll sell you like some of our stock, I guess, maybe when we have to clear out our stock holdings to pay everybody. But yeah, it's bad.
We're not going to have a show anymore because there's not going to be any more sports books.
Yeah, it won't be.
So thanks, Shane.
Yeah, I mean, if this happens, I will gladly give you guys a chunk of change for your trouble.
Yeah,
that's all I'll tell you.
That. All right. So our last bet of the week. Obviously, since it's back to the MLB season, we have to do a home run parlay.
Oh yeah,
we've been itching. I mean, we obviously during the NFL season we have our touchdown parlays.
Mm-hmm.
We hit how many? We hit those last year? 2, 1.
It was 1 or 2. I mean, I kept hitting on the stupidest ones, and not.
Yeah,
you guys would pick like, oh, Saquon Barkley, and then it wouldn't hit, and then I would pick like Will Levis interception touchdown and would win. It's like, all right, whatever. Yeah,
be like the 3rd string.
Tight
defensive back on special teams is going to score.
We got pretty good at the end of the year.
We did. We started to hone in on it a little bit.
Yeah, we did because we were starting to hit like 3 out of 4 legs, and
yeah, we finally hit one.
We did. That's what I'm saying.
We did the same game touchdown parlay.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a 3-leg. It was a 3. Yeah. It was a 3-leg same game.
Lions Packers game, right?
Yeah,
I think it was. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah,
it was like plus 2,000 something. Yeah,
it was nice.
Yeah, we did hit that. I forgot about that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our home run. We'll just go around the circle here. Who we got? I'm going Bobby Witt Jr. They got Bibby against the Guardians tomorrow, but they're in Kansas City. I love Bobby Witt Jr. I think he's going to be a great player for the next 12, 15 seasons. He's going to be one of the generational guys. So I have him at plus 520 to hit one out tomorrow.
Nice. I like it. I'm going Pete Alonso to hit a home run against the Astros. Polar Pete.
Polar Pete.
Not really a ton of reasoning why. Just Pete Alonso hits a lot of home runs.
Yeah, he got paid. Long ball. He got paid a little bit. Yep.
Yeah.
Match throwing out $1 billion in contracts and mostly like one guy, but hey, at least you got him. I got Bryce Harper plus 450. He is, and granted, I did do some research for this one. Admittedly, I had to do some research after just hitting money lines for 12 minutes earlier, trying to get my parlay together. But him, Tyler O'Neill, and unfortunately Giancarlo Stanton, who is going to miss maybe the season potentially for the Yankees, I heard, are the active leaders in opening day home runs with 5 apiece. So I went with Harper, something he does consistently. So I'll take him to try to hit one out here to start the season.
Did you say Giancarlo Stanton missing the season?
Well, that's what I heard recently. That he has an injury of some kind. So he was the other guy that has the right. You're telling me he's hurt?
Yeah. No, you're telling me Giancarlo Stanton starting on the DL or on the DL? Yeah.
DL. Yeah. I just think again Harper is one of those guys that does hit a lot of home runs. Tends to start the season well. I think he will have a good chance to hit one out on opening day.
Yeah, I like it. So also, if you go ahead, sorry.
All 3 of our guys playing at home run friendly ballparks.
Yes.
Yes, they are. Yeah. Also, Bryce is playing against his old team.
Yep. Love that. Mackenzie Gore, not exactly a guy that I consider a frontline starter at this point.
No, I mean he's a solid. I think he's a solid 2 or 3 guy, but he's not a number 1 guy.
Certainly not indomitable.
Yeah. I mean, I like all the matchups tomorrow. So if you take Bobby Witt Jr., Pete Alonso, Bryce Harper, you're at plus 21,042.
Now that's healthy.
Yeah,
now we're back to the healthy.
One. Yeah, that's a good one. We should all follow that one so that we all have a show to watch next week and we can all sports bet again next week.
Do that. Yeah, follow that one, not mine. Don't do mine, just in case.
Yeah. So, before we end the show, you guys got any other bets?
I bet that I'm going to be watching a lot of baseball the next 2 days to see what's going on.
Yep, baseball and basketball. I'm going to love it.
It's pretty much, yeah.
So, Dalton, any other bets?
Nope.
All right. Well, we do appreciate you guys watching episode 2 of Over the Line. Obviously, we have MLB opening day tomorrow, March Madness, Sweet 16 starting Thursday and Friday. So definitely a lot to bet on this weekend. I don't think there's MLB on Friday.
Yeah, there's a couple games. Yeah.
Is there a couple games still?
Because I finished when I was doing my parlay, of course, of all of the games. I was like, oh, there's a couple on Friday too.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure. I thought a lot of that wasn't it because like it's such a premium ticket or something like that, and they don't want if there was a rain out or something.
I forget what the specific reason is, but yeah, there's a couple games.
It's something weird.
Friday.
Anyways, it's neither here nor there. We do appreciate you guys watching episode 2. Like I said, if you want to bankrupt companies, definitely follow Shane on some of his picks. But if you want to have a show next week and you want to bet again, definitely trail us on everything else. But once again, thanks for watching. Tune in next week, 9:30 Eastern. We'll go over the bracket a little bit more. Yes.
Yeah, there'll still be some.
Yes, there'll still be time. So, we'll definitely go over the brackets more. Masters will be coming up here soon. Yeah. So, definitely watch out for that.
Final Four next week.
Yes, Final
Four is what it'll be, yeah.
So, we'll definitely have some bets for that. But, yeah, so tune in next week, 9:30 Eastern on X. Definitely watch there. Obviously, we're still on YouTube. Follow us at Degenerate Network on X, and the